All right, man. What's good with y'all, man? We back with another video, man. Y'all see what we about to get to. You know what I'm saying? The double standard is crazy. We about to see why these women calling us predators for liking, you know what I'm saying? Younger women when we in our 30s, you know what I'm saying? And we about to get into it, man. Listen up. Welcome back. Let's get into it.
Relationships and marriages seem not to last anymore.
I think. Oh no! Go on. I think because like back in the day, women were kind of raised with that idea of, okay, you're gonna make someone's wife someday. You're gonna we're gonna have a man. He's gonna become your husband. You're gonna be at home. You're gonna be the housewife. And I think nowadays, where women have become more independent, that kind of has distanced. Yeah, like modern women, we are a lot more independent now. So there's women that are here like, oh, I don't need a man. What can he really bring to the table and add to my life? What value is he gonna add to me? So
dick, sperm, protection,
babies,
protection.
Yeah.
I'm a lesbian.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't. No, but it doesn't matter if you're lesbian though, because at the end of the day, most men typically are stronger, bigger, faster, stronger than women. Is that not correct?
Most predators out there are big, strong.
Yeah, so it'd probably be better if it was a man protecting a woman from another man, don't you think? Than if it was a woman protecting another woman from a man. A man would be more equipped to do the protecting.
Y'all see how she tried to say most predators are, bro? Answer the question. They want to make men the bad guy and everything, bro.
Like I think in today's world, it's probably another reason of why that Potomac marriage thing don't last. But you don't need that. The traditional man is not a necessity in society no more because
Really?
I know. But wait, let me land. I'm cruising. Okay. I think because of how independent and how women have evolved over many years, we don't need the way society also has done it. I'm not speaking for my Yeah, women don't need a man to provide. We don't need a man to protect because guess what? If your man walked out on you tomorrow...
That's cap. If women didn't need a man to provide, then women wouldn't take half of a man's money in a divorce. If women didn't need a man to provide, women wouldn't be having these expensive qualifications when it comes to first dates. If women didn't need men to provide, women would not be acting how they are in the society, calling a man broke, having sassy lists, having masculine lists. If women didn't need men to provide, none of this would be happening. So that shuts that down automatically.
Taxes are going to cover it, babe. You're good. Money's cool. Your house is cool. Do you get what I'm saying? Something scary happens and a woman's on the phone onto the police. Oh my God.
If you really think about life, and this is speaking to the older crowd and the younger crowd too, this will give y'all some knowledge and understanding. Women live most of their lives on easy mode. They have an out for everything. They want to cheat, they got birth control. They go homeless, they got Section 8. They go they want to leave their husband, they got child support. So women's lives and men's lives, there's no comparison. Women are flustered with attention to where now they think the attention that they're getting versus the lives that they're actually living is comparable to a man's life, when it's absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Section 8 was started for women, single mothers. If you didn't know, Section 8 was a program started by the government for single mothers. Yeah, you might have some fathers that get it, but most people that get it are single mothers to get support from the government in the absence of a father being in the home. So if women didn't need men to provide, these type of establishments would not have been created in order to sustain a woman's life in the absence of a man.
The police are there in minutes.
I was going to say... I'm saying we're talking about in a relationship. You're talking about what traditional man brings.
Because that's an illusion. It's an illusion that, you don't need a man. But when something goes wrong, who are you going to call? A man. So it's an illusion. You actually do need a man. It's just that...
And if you know, not to the women who don't know how to do it, but most things in life, women need men for it. This is no pun intended. A lot of things in life, men could need women for. But changing tires, changing oil, washing cars. What do women like to say? Oh, my dad did all this when I was young, so the man gonna have to do it. Your dad provided that duty to you. He didn't have to do that. So that is a something that comes with his provision of you. Now you're expecting that out of a man, but then in the same sentence, women are saying we don't need men. You need men actually for everything in your life, because the government would not have set laws up the way that they set them up if women did not need men. This is not like, oh, I don't want you, or I don't need you, but I want you. This is, nigga, you need men. And the only way you can say if you don't need men, women who don't need men unless they're rich are struggling in life. Because if you don't need a man, like I said, the government wouldn't have created institutions in order for you to be able to survive in the absence of a man. Child support, Section 8, alimony, everything that comes to do, giving a woman half. Oh, you gave me this lifestyle because you gave me this lifestyle, so I need you to pay alimony for this amount of years until I get on my feet. This is not coming from, oh, the court's thinking, oh, this is just the right thing to do. This is coming because the world knows that women need men. The laws know that women need men. It's just women that think they don't need men. And that's why they're just out here getting fucked.
Society's made you believe that, oh yeah, you're doing it all by yourself. You're not actually doing it all by yourself, because if something goes wrong, you're going to call a man. It's more than likely a man that's going to come and save the day. And that's the truth.
And you know what I also think? Sorry, I need to just get it out. You know what I also think? On some level, yeah, women say that they don't want a traditional man, or they don't need a man anymore because they're not prepared to do the traditional things themselves, yeah? So instead of just owning it and saying, do you know what, I'm not a traditional woman, that's not really what I'm here for, instead they say, oh, I don't need a traditional man. Instead of just acknowledging that it's you that cannot give that, or you that you're not prepared to step into that role.
Definitely. And also,
do you know what I mean?
Also, with like going...
And that's facts. A lot of women in this generation are doing a lot of projecting. It's nothing wrong with wanting to be a hoe and have fun, but if you come to the table and say that, that's cool, but don't come in the light, I want to be a hoe, I want to have fun, but then get mad when a dude don't want to take you on a date. Because being a hoe and having fun is not part of being courted. Courting is only for wives. And this is why I tell you, gentlemen, you should know which category you want to put a woman in when you first meet her, so that you are not wasting money courting this woman when you guys are just having sex. You fuck on the first night, there's no courting. The ball is in your court. You scored. What are you taking her on dates for?
Back to what you said back in the day. Remember, there wasn't social media. There was no competition. So back then, marriages would last. People would want to get married, but because of how things are now in this society,
we've got options.
There's too many. Yeah. There's too much options. There's too much competition. Things are easily. I can't pronounce that word. Accessible.
Yeah.
Thank you. Things are easily accessible. So the dynamics of situations will change. That's why marriage isn't a big thing now. And if it is, women are leaving because, again, options. Like, or if they don't want an option, they just want to be a modern woman and do things on their own.
Marriage has become materialized, hasn't it?
Yeah, man. I'm glad she just said that like that, because that's the truth. Like, women are leaving marriages. I wouldn't necessarily say options. They just want to try new meat. Because everybody in the world has options. Every single person walking this planet, you have at least 5 to 6 people, if not 10 people in your area that would have sex with you.
When you get like when women and like people think about getting married now, like back in the day it was like the church in the eyes of God, like the ring had such significance of like infinity, and there's already so much meaning behind it, whereas a lot of weddings now it's like, let's wear the bombish dress, let's have the biggest party, do you know what I mean?
It's all for social media.
Yeah, exactly. It's all materialized. There's no value behind.
Pausing right quick, because when it comes to the options, it's more good women out here than it is good men. Let's keep it hot. They just had a study that say white men 18 to 30 are struggling in life. We already know they already put black men at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to finances and everything, because of the way that they're getting paid in society. So with the amount of women getting their stuff together in society, if your woman leaves you, you have a better chance at a happy ending than she does. And if she finds a happy ending, it's not going to be the happy ending that she envisioned. It's going to be a dude that has kids, a dude that already has a family of his own, a dude that probably will cheat on her. Your happy ending will be more fulfilling because it's a lot of women that don't have kids. Does that make sense? It's more women that are waiting to have kids because of society right now. And it's a lot of men who have kids out of wedlock that are still trying to find women. So your chances of a happy ending with the options are way better than if a woman leaves you hers. Because it's what I've noticed is this way more women with their stuff together than men.
Marriage no
But
more,
I think
really.
hyper independence also contributes in the marriages not lasting for a long time, because both men and women don't think they rely on the others to like do their to live basically. So women have been programmed that we can do everything by ourselves, but truly we cannot. Because everything we seek help for in the society, either the police is typically a man.
That's a propaganda. Women have been systematically programmed to think they can do everything by themselves. But on the backhand of that, you don't have to combat this. A lot of women who think they can do things for themselves have had absent fathers. And the same with men who think, I don't need a woman, fuck women, fuck that. They had absent mothers or absent fathers.
Man, or the mechanic is typically a man. All the tasks that we can ask for like help externally, they're fulfilled by man. This is not to decrease the value of women. We are strengthened by ourselves and by other things we perform in society, but for a healthy upbringing, for like a further generation, I do believe in nuclear family and in traditional dynamics of our relationship.
Yeah, I think too much of, I agree with you, and also I think too much of anything is not a good thing. So that can be like, from a man's perspective, too much options or too much women. Yeah, you can exercise that and you can enjoy that, but you're not really going to sustain a healthy relationship because you're having too much of this side. The same for women. Too much attention, it's not a good thing. Now it's going to your head. Now your ego is mad. And also, when you have too much of something, you don't appreciate it. And instead of having to do the hard work in saving something or making something work, people are distracted. They don't need that.
Would you lot agree that modern women want men to be traditional?
It's a double standard. They do, but they don't want to give. They don't want to do the things that they don't want to play their part.
Hello Fresh présente.
And I think that's why a lot of marriages break down, because you've got, back in the day, women would conform to be kind of, I suppose, in some sense, inferior to the man. Whereas nowadays, it's like you've got marriages where maybe the woman might be earning more money than the husband, and she's providing more for the household than he is. And I think those types of situations, they end up causing problems. The relationship breaks down a bit because in the idea of that traditional marriage is the man provides, the woman nurtures, and she does. That's how it works. But I think because of how independent women have become, they're not conforming to that in a marriage anymore. There's probably like a lot of marriages where women want it to be 50-50, but the man has the idea that it's not 50-50 and that's how it shouldn't be. So I think that's also the cause.
I just feel like this: if I'm the one that's protecting and providing, I'm the leader. That's what I think.
And I think, because there's a lot of women that don't want that. They don't want to be led by a man. They might get into a marriage, I love this person, I want to spend the rest of my life with them, but I don't want to be led by them. And I think maybe that idea of marriage kind of gives that thing where it's like, okay, you're getting married, your man takes lead, he takes control.
This is cap. Women want a dominant man when it comes to sex and life. If you don't believe me?
Control now, and you just conform to what to him in essence, and women aren't doing that anymore.
I think a lot of women may exaggerate that to the point where it's like, oh yeah, he's gonna be telling me what to do all the time and blah blah blah. At the end of the day, there's responsibility that comes with that leadership role.
Of course,
like,
there is.
So if the ship sinks, it's on him. It's not on you. It's on him. And so with that being said, and with the fact that he is the protector, if anything happens to you or those children, everybody's gonna blame him.
Agreed.
Like, I think that does garner respect, and I do think he should be the one, since he's the one who's next on the line. He should be able to say, I think we should go down this path. I don't think there should be a problem with that. But I just think, as a lot of modern women, they want to be modern women, and then they want the man to still be traditional. I'm sorry, it does not compute. It don't compute.
They want to be modern women, but they want to be hoes too, man.
So if you are, in my opinion, if you are a woman that you don't want a man to be a leader and you want to live your movie and the probably best thing is be single, bruv. Because more than likely, if you try to have some kind of you try to have a nuclear family without nuclear roles, it's ending in dysfunction, and that's what you can see in society now.
A lot of modern women don't want to play that traditional woman role.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 100%. He said, why go for a traditional man? Because
It's a good panel of women, man. I like how they answering these questions very maturely.
values don't weigh up. It just doesn't work.
Because I think you think
man is
like
more
for,
valuable.
I suppose it's like I think like my generation, I don't know, we grew up watching like these types of movies where it was kind of idolized that, you know, it was going to be so loving and the man was going to kind of come in and take care of you, and reality hit as we grew up that ain't how shit works. And so then women kind of started to gain that independence where they're like, as much as I still fantasize about that idea of that traditional marriage with a traditional man, she's not then taking in the fact that I'm a modern woman now, I'm not a traditional woman, and I can't bring those values into this marriage.
Yeah. And this is why communication is so important, because I think a lot of people pretend to be something that they're not, and they're not honest with themselves. Because if you deep
Very much so. A lot of people do pretend to be something that they are not. Especially, this goes for men and women in this generation. A lot of men will present husband material, but then really be out here just still fucking. And a lot of women will do the exact same in the opposite of the general.
like you can be a traditional woman, right? Okay, so in the dynamic of a relationship, those roles, as King was saying, you know, as a man, he's the protector, he's the leader, whatever. There are some women that don't want to be led, right? But actually, I can speak from personal opinion. I'm comfortable with my man leading because that's in our relationship. That's the dynamic of our relationship. In my life, I'm the leader. The decisions that I make are my own. So it's like, and I feel like so many people forget this. When you get into a relationship, and obviously a marriage is totally different, but when you get into a relationship, yes, you have to work and focus and give attention and nurture and water your relationship. But you also need to have your own life.
same for yourself.
You need to have something for yourself. So whether that's, you guys can be married and share your home and share your children and stuff. There will be a gender role, or maybe there's a role in your relationship, wherever it is. Let's look at the most extreme gender role. A woman, your man's at work, earning all of the money, you're at home. Okay, you're at home with your kids, but start a project, do something, educate yourself, do something for you where you are in charge, you are in control, and that will take away from that, I have to submit. You don't have to do anything.
I think
that is the destruction. That is a destruction of, like, it's almost like, I don't want to just dog on women, but it's almost like it's so extreme. Why should I have to conform? You don't. It's just in the dynamic of your relationship. Unless your marriage is going to be all that you have, and that's not healthy for anybody. You have to have your own things. You have to have your own passions, your own interests. And I feel like that is what keeps a relationship going. When you guys are up each other's batty every 5 seconds, no wonder you're bored, because you've got nothing to come home and talk about. I'm an advocate for, we can drop a little text in the day or whatever, but we don't need to be on the phone all day. Go have a great day. I'm going to go have a great day. And when we come home tonight, we can have a conversation. We got stuff to talk about. But as I said, women are like, I can't conform to this role. It's only in
That sounds good, but even them women on the panel, though, they be up they mad ass. And for men who don't have nothing going on, they like I said, it's easier these days to find a successful or a woman with their stuff together than it is a man. In this generation, at least, for 30 and under, because women are getting their stuff together. So that sounds good, but we'll see. I want to know what y'all think about this, though, man. Jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about this conversation. Was she right in some of the points that she said? Was I right in some of the comments that I gave on the points that they were speaking about? Jump in the comments and let me know how you feel about this. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you know my next video drop. And we about to be out, man. We got just a little something on the side note, you know what I mean? Just a little something on the side note, man. I've been putting this shit on, showing these boys how to dress and get fresh and pull up with the hoes. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all can click off, man. Look, for the ones who really rocking with me, listen to this, man. So listen. I was texting this girl, right? She from Paris, right? I was telling her what I'm about to do this weekend. Today is Friday, right? So tomorrow we got like a big event. It's a big event happening in the city that I'm in. Shawty say, you know what I'm saying? Shawty say, I told her I'm finna go. She was like, well, I just know you finna have it on. She from Paris. I sent her the lyrics back. I've been putting that shit on Shorty boy how to dress to get fresh and pull up with the hoes. Yeah. Hey man, y'all boys like, share, comment, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you know when my next video drop, man. And we're gonna be out, man. Y'all boys have a good weekend. Stay safe. You know what I'm saying, stay dangerous. We gone.